everybody. Welcome to Bearded Baker Banter, the sports podcast. And we are back as a trifecta. Welcome back, Trey. Welcome, Trent.
Hello. Good to be back. Long, what was this, 2-week hiatus that I was on? So
yeah, 2 week, yeah.
It's glad to be back with the boys.
I think Tyler, I think he was in hiding because of his picks for us. I think that's no, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Hey,
wow.
Yeah. Guns a-blazing.
Yeah. If that's the case, I'm hiding too, because shit.
Pew, 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 pew.
We're all struggling.
Whoa.
I will say though, home run guy over there, Trent's doing
that's true.
Some
that's
hump day
true.
homer props and
you know what? And it's not even just the ones we put like today. It really hurts. Really hurts because that would have been like one of the bigger. It was over plus 22,000 and it missed by one leg. So 3 of my 4 home run guys that I honed in on hit. And of course, the one that didn't hit,
I know.
Aaron Judge.
God
damn.
I even guarantee.
You know what would have made it worse is the fact that I literally had Gunnar Henderson as a 5th leg, and I kept adding it on and off. That would have made it hurt worse though, because that would have been a lot bigger payout. That would have been, I think it got it up over like plus 30-some thousand odds. But then all this does to me, guys, is I'm never going to get that close on a home run parlay again. So now it's just going to make me continue to force and do one, because of the what if of man, yeah, But I will say, if you don't dabble in home runs every single day right now, I don't know if this is going to continue throughout the whole season, but every single day you get a no sweat home run bet from DraftKings. So it's like if you're going to end up putting wagers for a unit, because usually with home runs, I might not normally bet a whole unit, but for the no sweat, I'm going to always bet a full unit for the no sweat pick. And I'll tell you what, guys that are carrying me, and I know they're obviously hot names right now, and I'll just rattle them off quick, is definitely Cal Raleigh for the Seattle Mariners. I actually think it's like 6 in 6 games or something. I think he's up to 7 after today, something on those lines. Big dumpers, right? Kyle Schwarber was really hot. I think he's at 6. I think he's been stuck at 6 quite some time. I'm pretty sure I bet on 5 of his 6 home runs so far.
Wow.
But like I said, he's on like a series and a half stretch now of not hitting one. So he's due. He's due if he gets the right matchup. Trying to see if anybody else is out there right now. If name comes to my mind, I'll let you know. I know our buddy, was it Critch? He's been betting on the Gunner home run now for like 8 straight games, and it finally hit today, boys. Yeah. But hey, we had him 2+ bases today, so hey, it's our winner of the day. Winner of the day right there. So for positive money. So it was a good little no sweat in the first inning.
Yeah, and shout out Critch for fellow O's fan, man.
He's loyal.
All right,
man.
So I don't know. Is that where you guys want to start? As unofficial Orioles podcast here? I have some frustrations. I mean, I know one positive light here is the steal 2 from Cleveland. It was kind of nice the last two nights. But seeing Jackson Holiday get off the schneid the other night, not snide, but schneid, and actually hit a grand slam there. It was pretty sweet. So hopefully he gets going. But I mean, looking at the AL East, I know last year we used to rant and rave about it. Hoot and holler, rant and rave, but shit, the only thing that's keeping us close in the AL East is the fact that everybody's kind of even. I mean, even the Yankees, they're only a game up on Toronto, sitting there at 12-7. Now the Yankees have won their last 4 straight. Yeah.
To kind of give you an idea about the American League, there were, before I think 2 days ago, there were only 3 teams that had a positive run differential in the AL.
In the AL, the entire AL.
The entire AL. It was the Yankees, the Rays, and the Tigers. But now the Orioles and the Blue Jays, they're +3 and +4. So that changed recently. But still, everyone's struggling. It's not just the AL East. It's the AL.
No, I know. The Orioles freaking hit. God.
It's like a weird time for baseball because some of these teams that play in cooler areas during this time of year, that weather is not favorable at this point, right? Like that can
it's been kind of sloppy too.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, that's to blame. That is why the Rockies are so bad, right, guys? The weather. No, I'm just kidding.
It's the only reason.
They suck. They are on pace to win only 27
games. Can I say
games.
something what the Rockies need to do?
27 games.
The Rockies need to build a new stadium that isn't a short porch.
Yeah.
You play in altitude and you have the smallest stadium in the MLB. Like, think about it. You're putting your pitchers against the 8-ball. Every single stud that you get. He's pitching his home games, he's gonna get lit up half the time. You play a good team.
Yep.
Make it a long stadium.
Yeah.
No. I feel like because one, you're already going to struggle to get a crowd to watch Rockies baseball, right? Because they suck and they have no future in front of them right now. Like there is nothing. Like even though the Orioles are struggling, you could still look at like the guys in their minor league system and say, wow, they've got some studs coming up yet. You know, got some guys that haven't even made their major league debut that look the part. But like I honestly think keep it short because why do people – I mean, a couple, true baseball fans are absolutely okay with pitching duels, but most people want to see the bombs. And by having a short porch in the thin air, you're going to get more bombs. These big bats that come in, like it's kind of like – I mean, it's kind of like what happens to ticket prices in our area, but Phillies are really good the past how many years, and the Orioles will be good. But anytime people would play like the big bat teams, like the Yankees, like the Red Sox, that's when tickets are through the roof price wise. So it's like, I see what you're saying, Trey. Give your team a chance, but then again, it's like, I don't know if ownership has the best interest in the team more so than just trying to survive and not become a minor league team.
Yeah, I get it. It's kind of frustrating when I think they do have a good pitcher. He's a young guy. Let me see if I can find his name. But, and it's just, you see him get lit up for like 2 home runs that should be home runs that are barely crossing the fence, and it's in altitude in a short porch. So I don't know. It's just frustrating. I think they need to do something about that. But
what do they say? The chicks dig the long ball.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right.
That's the second time we used that quote. I think I used that last week when referring to Bryson DeChambeau.
Chase Dollander. That's his name.
True.
Dollander.
Okay.
All right.
Not to be confused with Colander.
That's right.
Or Dole Whips. All right. So real quick, just because I want to actually hear you guys fight a little bit. Houston sits at the bottom of the AL West right now. What's going to happen with the Astros this year? Houston's 8-10, power ranking at 12. They lost 1.
They win it.
They're 3 games behind. Oh, here we go. I couldn't wait to bring this up.
Question.
When I saw Houston was sitting there at the bottom of the AL West, I'm like, shit, I cannot wait to bring this up.
I mean, they will make the playoffs. That's for sure.
Yes.
Definitely.
I mean, again, it's early. Oh, there he goes. Okay, you jumping ship. You can't beat him, join him. Can't beat him, join him.
I was overzealous. I'm not afraid to admit when I was wrong, and I was wrong last year, guys. I think the better question. Can I bring up a different team?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Just to finalize this, though, you're saying they make the playoffs, Trent?
I do, man, because I mean, I look at who they're behind right now. They're behind the A's, which is not going to hold. They're behind the Angels, which is not going to hold. And the Mariners have never played in a World Series in their history. So the Rangers are at the very top. And don't get me wrong, I think Rangers are that weird, like, hey, we're really good. We're going to win it all. And then next year we're going to suck. And then we're going to win it all.
They did it last year, though. Yeah.
Yeah, they sucked last year, right? So I just think it's wide open for the Astros to at least, if not win the AL West, they're at least going to get a wild card.
I agree with Trey. I think Houston wins that. I agree they're going to make the playoffs, but I think they win the AL West.
Yes. Okay. So here's a better one. I think this is this year's Astros of last. The Braves.
Whew.
Are the Braves are they going to make the playoffs? So let me give you the rundown. They are right now 5-13 in the NL East. Mets are in first, Phillies are in second, Marlins are in third, Nats are in fourth. So, Trey, do the Braves make the playoffs?
No, not this year.
Ooh.
And the Braves were my World Series team, which looking at the 5-13, I'm really like,
Yeah, they are.
Jeez.
What an
Go ahead,
idiot.
laugh it up, guys. Yeah.
What an idiot.
I think the Astros and that division's a little different than the NL East.
Yeah, teams are a lot more
in my
competitive,
opinion.
especially with the loaded Mets. Phillies are
Yeah.
loaded. I mean, Marlins, meh. But I think the Nationals are kind of a little bit of a surprise. I'm not saying that they're doing well, but they've been, scoring some runs. Their pitching's been all right. Mackenzie Gore, I think, is one of the top 3 pitchers with strikeouts.
DJ Hurts. He's the young stud.
DJ Khaled,
Can I point out why they're not going to make it big time?
Yeah.
How many wild card teams make the playoff? 3?
3.
Third, I don't know. Anyway, whatever's going to happen, all 3 of them are coming from the NL West. Like that's the reason.
Oh, yeah.
Grades.
Exactly.
Can I read that off real quick? Like right now, this won't hold, but the Padres are in first at 15-4.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the Dodgers, who probably the best roster in the history of baseball, even better than some of the Yankees rosters of the past. They're at 14-6. The Giants, I think, are a huge surprise right now.
Giants play great baseball.
13-6, and then the Diamondbacks are really good, in my opinion, and they're 12-7. So it's like
5-game win streak right now too.
Yeah, those. That's 4 of their 5, and then you got Rockies at 3-15. But geez, like if 3 make it, I think all of them are coming from the NL West. Like, I mean, I'm anxious to see the race between the Phillies and the Phillies and Mets. I think that's going to be a pretty good one.
I think Brandon Marsh has to start to step up for the Phillies. He's been really. I think he's batting under 100 for the season right now. And I know a lot of Phillies fans are pretty frustrated with how he's playing, and it's a shame because he is a great player, but he needs to get off his little schneid there, kind of like Jackson had to. But
he said snide, didn't he?
Already like 3 times. Yeah.
I said schneid.
No, he keeps saying the same words. He said schneid.
What was Heels saying the other day?
54 games.
54 games.
Lose 54, but it's the other 54 that determine what you do.
It's a great way to put it. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shout out Kev.
Yeah. So hey, right now I think I am as the official Orioles podcast, I'm very, very happy with tonight's outcome of the Orioles game, because you know what,
last night.
Last night. But I'm also going to be happy about tonight's versus the Reds. We'll be very happy there. Really tough pitching matchup. I'll give note on that next. But that's the first time we.
Go ahead.
There is Thunder Stealer. The first time they won back-to-back games all year. That's what I was getting at. I guess the big Gunner's first home run. What
it's the first series we won this season.
Oh, jeez.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's bad.
Oh, wow. That is bad. They
can't put 2 games together. It's like the fact they did was a miracle.
I don't think it's the first series. It's just they haven't won back-to-back. But
no, it's been the first series they won.
Okay. But I like here's the frustration that I want to see is let's stick with a goddamn lineup. Enough with the antics, enough with the playing around, enough with the overthinking of rights versus lefts and left on left. Like Hyde is over managing. Like let Kerstad in the lineup. He's hot right now, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Let Jackson in the lineup, because you know what? You used to always say it about other guys last year, Hyde, about, you know what? Yes, his bat's not going, but his glove and fielding is so valuable. And Jackson is you put him anywhere in the infield, in my opinion, other than maybe first, he's going to be one of the best in the league and defensively. Like, he's that good of a superstar. He's going to be a superstar in the league as long as we pay him and hold on to him. Then I'll be really happy. But yeah, I'm sick of the little messing around with the lineups way too much. It's one thing to give like Adley a day off and make him a DH or something like that, but the constant day to day, like, you've got to get some sort of consistency, because you sometimes, and correct me if I'm wrong, I know I haven't played baseball in a long time, but sometimes where you sit in the lineup gives you a little bit better of a feel of what type of stuff you're gonna see. And plus, the other thing I'd say is who you follow and who follows you in the lineup can also play a major role in the type of pitches that you're also going to see. So it's like you've got to soon just say, hey, I'm going to stick with this for a while. And I hope to see it soon for the Orioles, because God knows our pitching, at least our starting pitching, is not going to get any better, because I'm okay with our bullpen right now. I think our bullpen's all right, but
well,
late bullpen. So
yeah, the late bullpen is, but holy crap, Perez, man, he's got to find his shit. He is just getting rocked right now, and he was a guy that we could really rely on last year. Real quick, this was it almost got me earlier. It was a little tweet out there. Guy tweeted out, he said, Jackson Holliday has hit more grand slams at Oriole Park and Camden Yards than Frank Robinson, Brooks Robinson, Eddie Murray, Boog Powell, Jim Gentile, Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, and Barry Bonds did in their careers combined. And I read it at first, and I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, wait a second. Camden Yards is not that old. Yeah. And the people were attacking this guy's at Orioles fan Ryan. I was like, oh man. And he's like, dude, it's a joke. Like, calm down.
Trey, also, this just in, after the Pat McAfee interview, Aaron Rodgers, severe wrist injury.
Which ended up being true.
Was it? I think it was Devontae. I'm sorry, but
it was
still,
Devontae.
Yeah. But still, wrist injury, Tyler.
That was right.
You know what, though, Ty? You got to be so careful these days, like with those types of accounts on Twitter putting that, or sorry, X putting that stuff out. And the other thing is like, I don't know if you guys noticed, especially this time of year with transfer portal stuff, with college basketball and heck, even college football, is how NBA has that NBA Central,
yeah.
And then there's an actual NBA Central, but the on 3 sports reporting, somebody made the same exact symbol, but it says no 3. And they do the exact same crap that the Central does of headlines and story, and it's like, what, really? And it's like,
it's like the fake. There's a fake Schefter one out there like that too.
Yeah, I fell for it before. I totally fell for that. But.
Hold on, what was there? There was one called Ballsack Sports there for a while.
Balzac. It's a Z. Balzac.
Okay, that's what I said.
Oh, they said Ballsack.
I did. I just wanted to say.
It just
oh. All right. Anything else? I mean, baseball wise here, like, so. How about that? How about that one? What?
Good acoustics, Trey.
1925. Can't wait to clip that out. So yes, I mean, the fact that you got like the smile and the lean with it, it's kind of funny. But anyway, so real quick, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna give a couple K-prop leans for tomorrow. Just based on some things here. So with that being said,
how about a K-prop?
Strike 3, you're out.
So I will say this: when I made that video initially, I used an AI voice, And I played it for my wife, and she's like, "That sounds really creepy." And I was like, "Yeah, it does," because it sounds really fake. So I recorded myself. That was me in the beginning.
Oh,
saying,
I can tell that's what's making me kind of enjoy that even more. Since it's the first time, Tyler, can you please hit us with that one more time?
Yeah, one more time.
Yeah, one more time. One more time.
How about a K-prop? Strike 3! You're out!
Hey, tell me, Trey, it doesn't remind you of this. Does anybody want a peanut?
Yeah, it does.
I had like a vision for it when I was making it. So yeah. But anywho, so listen, this is for today. So hopefully you guys are listening early. A couple games to look at here, and again, I use past strikeouts, team that they're playing, total strikeouts, kind of where they're ranked right now, top past 3 games, and all that fun stuff. So definitely some data involved here. Right now, I'm hitting close to 50% overall, just a little bit under, but I feel like I am kind of over betting some of my non-official picks, but kind of doing that just to kind of find a rhythm with some stuff. So right now, looking at some games, 220, you have Corbin Burns against the Cubs. And what I'm looking at here is he is sitting at 5.5 strikeouts. Looking at where the Cubs sit in terms of strikeouts, they're kind of dead heat right in the middle at 12. So I'm going to take under 5.5 for Corbin Burns. Corbin, I think, is going under his 5.5 one time, which I think he got like 2 or 3. And he's also, I think, hit about 6 or 7 the first time he went with 5.5. But I'm going to go under here. It is a plus 100 odd-wise. Next one I'm looking at here is Cole Reagans. This is the Royals Tigers at 640. Right now, currently, Reagans is the top strikeout guy at 34 strikeouts on the season. So he is the lone wolf up at the top. He's pitching against the Tigers and comparing some data and some stats here with some stuff. Currently, Detroit is sitting at 27 with 9.78 strikeouts per game. His over, now he's being capped at 7.5 here, which is a very, very high K prop. Yeah. I'm going to take the over 7.5. I think he gets at least 8. Wow. And that's plus 110. So those are kind of, a little bit bold. Like I said, 7.5. Man, there's very few guys that I am going to bet the over of that. This guy being top dog right now, though, with 34 strikeouts on the season. I'm going to try it and see what we can do. Yeah. Next one here, we got Sandy Alcantara against the Phillies. He is being capped at 5.5. This game is at 645. His, like I said, 5.5. I'm going to take his under, which is minus 155. Next, I have the A's and the Brewers. Freddie Peralta right now is being capped at 6.5. Very weird and kind of one I've been going back and forth with because Freddie Peralta right now is at 28 strikeouts on the season. He's sitting at numbers tied with 7 with about 5 or 6 other guys overall for strikeouts. Here's the thing, though. When you look at it, this sounds so bizarre because when I was actually comparing data here, the A's are second right now in least amount of strikeouts in the league. At 6.72.
Can I just add something out there about them right now? Is Soderstrom 8 home runs this year? Like
9.
Is he up to 9?
He hit one to
he was in my parlay
last night.
Sorry, last night. He's over 1 on his OPS, and then the other guy is Langoliers, right? Langoliers. He's another one with an OPS of 830. So it's like, damn, like where do they end up by the end of the year? That's the real question.
They have another guy that can smack the ball, Brent Rooker too. He's a young guy that can really hit it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm almost done here. So Peralta, I'm going to take under 6.5 for him, simply because looking at the data and what the A's are doing with their bats, they're not really striking out a whole lot. I mean, the last 3. So I said they're second right now with 6.72 overall in this year. The last 3 games right now, 4.67. They're only striking out under 5 times a game. So Peralta's being capped at 6.5. I'm taking under 6.5 minus 120. Last game here I have is the Nationals and the Rockies. The Rockies actually sit at the bottom of strikeouts. They are averaging 10.83 a game. Last 3 games, they are 11.67. Last game that they played, they struck out 16 times, so that's pretty good. Mackenzie Gore is sitting at being capped at 6.5, so I'm going to take over 6.5 with Mackenzie Gore. That game's at 840, over 6.5 minus 140. So those are my K prop that I'm looking at. Which one I make official, I don't know. I'm kind of looking at it and kind of gauging that. I really kind of am leaning heavy on that Peralta one, the under, but we'll see. See how I feel in the morning.
It's interesting though, the stats that people look at for different parts of baseball, because like for me, I'm looking at, like, for the picks that I typically like to make, I'm paying attention to ERA, but early on it's so skewed, so it's kind of tough. But I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think WHIP is just as important as ERA long term, especially for a lot of the overs, unders, especially for me with the first 5 stuff, because I look at it like, okay, are multiple guys getting on base? I think it's walks, hits, innings pitched, right? Correct?
Walks and
for
hits,
innings pitched.
pitch, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking at that because of the chance of a multi-run homer, but also in terms of just like, yeah, I mean total runs scored and offense and team totals. Like, I'm looking at what's the starters WHIP ranking at that point. So I don't know if any of you guys use that in any of your.
That's kind of cool.
Habit.
That's good to know, just in terms of like what you're looking for stuff, especially with teams and scoring and stuff. So
I'm typically on a first 5 under. Like that's usually what I'm looking for, but I've stayed clear. It's really, really hard right now. I kept feeling like there was like one big hit. I think one of mine lost because of a grand slam in the Reds game in the 4th inning. So I've kind of switched gears a little bit right now, and I'm kind of looking at the ones where if I can get a 3.5, I might take the over on the 3.5 for some good juice. But hey, what we have to understand is with baseball, and everyone needs to understand, baseball is such a long season with so many factors that play into it, because it's one sport where I feel most often it's sometimes hard to get great juice on like very simple bets. Does that make sense? And I think it's the one sport where the really, really heavy favorite bets have the best chance of losing because of all those factors. So like you sit there and take a K prop for it's like, dude, what the hell is over? His under was minus 160 and it freaking didn't hit. And it's like, that's baseball. That's betting baseball. And it's where sometimes
that's also a mind game that's also a mind game too.
Yeah, like today for my pick for the recipe last night for the recipe was Gunner's total bases, 2+ total bases. And I'm like, dude, I love that because I think the guy's been hot right now. He's hitting the ball. Obviously, he wasn't hitting a whole lot of homers, but I do believe steals also count towards your total bases, right?
I think steals do, but walks do not.
Walks don't, and that is something that needs to absolutely change. I think that's bullshit.
That's so dumb.
The only exception I would say is if it's an intentional walk, but then again, you still you forced their hand and made them walk you. But anyway, another day. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of look at those, and you could also fall for like, okay, I looked at Gunners and it was like, ooh, it's plus something. So like that's probably not gonna, because you play mind games. You're like, it's probably not a good chance, even though all his stats and even the pitcher's stats favor him to get some hits today. And it's like, why is that plus money? What do the books? Because how many times we have said, is it in college basketball, especially? Is this a trap game, right? Is this gonna get us? But I don't know. That is like the baseball's a long-term play, and you can't throw in the towel or get discouraged too early, because you'll hit some strides.
Some schnides.
We want strides. We don't want schnides. All right.
Hey, real quick. Speaking of strides, Strider's back.
Yeah. Looks like I'm pretty sure the only thing he did was squat and deadlift. Jesus.
Dude, you know it's funny. I know I talked to you guys about like, what was it? Yeah. Oh, I talked about we're gonna do a ranking thing a little bit later, but like, dude, rankings of stuff, and I was looking at stuff. I'm like, dude, should I do guy that could squat the most? And I was gonna pick like Strider and Skeens and some of those guys. Yeah. Like, but I'm like, it might be a little weird, but
definitely Strider,
dude.
Let's get into this.
You guys, yeah. Well, here, real quick before you get anything else here, baseball wise, game wise, bet wise, before we have a little bit of fun.
Real quick, just for the home run talk. Home run talk's obviously a pretty big risk with the juice because a guy's probably going to get maybe 4 at bats. I look at the pitching matchup. I told you the stat. I look at WHIP. I look at ERA. Another thing to pay attention to when betting, I think, offensive props and some defensive ones too, is you've got to pay attention to what stadium they're playing at. Because sometimes lines do get, how do I put it? They can be dependent upon weather, especially wind. Like Cubs, for example, right? Windy City. Like there's sometimes some strange over and under lines for them, especially in Colorado with the short porch and the high altitude. The other thing that I wanted to kind of give a shout out on an account that I use, that his models are very user friendly and free at this point from what it looks like. But the account name, we give him maybe a shout out on X later on, is Cashman 444. But
at Cashman 444.
At Cashman 444. He gives a really nice spreadsheet to kind of show you the way it's organized. Is it will show you the projected home run percentage, and he gives the top 2% for each team that is playing that day. And then it also gives you the projected odds on that guy hitting a home run. So you can also kind of shop around and see what's best value. Now, the thing about it that you're going to see is it's very rare that you're going to see anything a whole lot higher than 30% hitting, because once again, it's hitting a home run. So, of course, the one leg of my parlay today was the highest percentage on the board, and that didn't hit. He was at 40. Judge was 46% to hit a home run today. So
that's all I'm saying. When the fact that you lost on the guy that's like a guarantee,
I know,
it's all right.
Like, is nuts.
It's not all right.
But like you said though, it's always one.
Yeah. So Cashman at Cashman 444. Good little resource there to follow if you're into just dabbling with a little bit of home run fun, because don't think I'll ever really make that a recipe pick, but hump day homers, keep baseball season lively and have some fun. It's been a bankroll saver for me right now because you can profit.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. All right. So, like I said, have a little fun here with some rankings and stuff. We'll do this, kind of throughout baseball season. Anybody that follows Big Cat and stuff, they do these tiers and different things like that. So decided to have a little fun with some tiers. All right. So what we are going to be ranking right now is the best lip saddle in baseball. Okay. Now, got 5 guys here. All right.
Yeah, so thank God you have the guys, because
I had a couple in mind. I hope they're on the list.
I only have 5 guys. I mean, there may be other ones here, but I just went with 5 here. All right. So right now, all right, what you can see on the screen here is the red Top Dog lip saddle. All right. This is the best of the best. All right. Only out of these 5 guys. Ranking number 4, we're calling Furtastic. All right. 3rd place is going to be the Shaggy Surprise. This would be 4th place, the Ticklin' Stash, and then last place is just keeping it fuzzy. All right. So the 5 guys that we're going to be ranking here, you guys can see on the screen. So we have Spencer Strider, we have Paul Skeens, we got Rafael Pomero, we got Rod Beck, We got Randy Dobnak. All right. So I don't know.
Wow.
Do you guys need me to zoom in on those so you can see
Nope.
those stashes? Because what
Nope.
we got to do here is we gotta come to a consensus. So
I mean, I can tell you, keeping it fuzzy.
Yeah.
I go with Skeens.
Skeens keeping it fuzzy.
Yeah, I don't think he's got a lot of history behind his stash.
Yes, I bet it does.
Yeah. Shit.
Ask Libby. Ask Libby.
Yeah, fuck.
Allegedly, or maybe not. I don't know.
I have so many things I could say.
Yeah.
Look how uncomfortable Trey got now. He's like visiting it in his head now.
He got
his hands are
gotta go.
His hands are
let's do
hands above the table, Trey.
Shaggy Surprise. All right.
Well, hold on. We got to come to a consensus here. Trent, do you agree that Skeens is keeping it fuzzy?
I think due to performance enhancing drugs, I go Rafael Pomero keeping it fuzzy.
Yeah, I like that. I agree with that.
All right, let's keep it fuzzy with Palmero, and then we'll save this and tweet this out. But all right, so keeping it fuzzy is Rafael Palmero, allegedly steroids.
Tyler, we should just continue this, adding on new guys each week.
Yeah,
anywhere from 3 to 5.
I mean,
keep this rolling.
I got some good stashes we could add.
Yeah,
hey, send me the names and I'll add them to the list here.
I'd say
who's tickling stash right now?
I
feel like we kind of have to go. I feel like we have to go with Paul Skeens after this last conversation.
Yeah,
agreed.
Skeens.
Agreed.
All right, Skeens tickling stash.
Surprised we don't have a dirty down under, like dirty,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, like just doghouse,
public transportation.
Yeah, there was.
Ew! Everybody gets fried.
All right, so last we got Strider, Beck, and Dobnak.
I gotta go Shaggy Surprise. I think I gotta go Strider.
I'd go Dobnak.
But if it's the bet, like
too.
Dobnak's got the
I don't think so.
The girthy side jowls. Like Jesus,
yeah, he's got the sideburns mustache.
Can't believe I just used a phrase called girthy side jowls.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
that's why we're doing this ranking here.
Totally. He deserves to be up higher, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like it's not only he's got handlebars to hold on to.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that does sound real weird. Like
I still think that he's Shaggy. He's a Shaggy Surprise, Trent.
Tyler, you're to the so I have Strider going next. Trey's got Dobnak.
I think Dobnak because I think there's one that fits Strider better.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go Dobnak, Shaggy Surprise. Okay, so now we're down to Beck and Strider, and I'm thinking Strider is fantastic.
Agreed.
Okay.
Got a soul patch.
I think it's a top lip saddle, man. That's like
it's not as good as compared to our guy right there with the Cubs.
Beck.
All right, so
like,
yeah, so I think
that
we can all agree.
That is a pretty
Beck,
top dog lip saddle.
Top dog lip saddle.
I like it.
I mean that's like through and through the fullest of the lip saddle with mullet type Jerry curl in the back too. So like
yeah.
And that that was kind of what got me too.
We got to keep it. We'll keep this going.
All right, you want to keep this going?
I want to do this next week too.
Okay,
right,
I'll keep it saved here. Next rankers.
Look at these guys for next week.
All right, I'll look at them a little bit. All right, we do have one more ranking here.
That's a good trick.
Right. Oh, I got another one here.
All right, You guys ready?
Yep.
Just rattling off the lip saddles. All right. The next one here. All right. This one right here is most likely. Oh, shoot. That's all right. Make sure. Here we go. Most likely to win a hot dog eating contest.
Wow.
Okay,
Glad you
now-
have my guy on there.
Me too.
All right.
You
So,
have my winner on there.
do I?
Yep.
But are you
All right,
ranking it
so-
based on the name of the level, or are you ranking it based on the best?
All right. So, listen. Well, I mean, it's kind of so straight glizzen. I mean, you're winning, right?
Yeah.
Fourth place, all beef, no filler. Trust me. Just trust me because when I was making these rankings, I had number 2 slurp down a ween, perhaps was what it said. I was like, I'm not gonna keep that.
Yep. That's
All right,
Trent's
so
favorite
all
thing.
beef, no filler, all beef, no filler, hot dog with a WG, AWG. Hold the bun, please. Probably not gonna win. And then make it a meatless. You're going with the fake dogs.
Yeah.
All right, so the guys that we have listed here, we got Rowdy Tellez. We got Ellie De La Cruz.
That's
That's not Rowdy Tellez.
Yes,
is
it
that
is.
that's isn't that
Isn't that Cal Rally?
yeah, I think it's Cal Rally.
That's Big
No,
Dumper.
that's Rowdy.
Yeah.
No, that's Rowdy. That's Rowdy Tellez. Plays for the Mariners.
Mm.
You got
Go ahead.
Adley Rutschman. You got Mike Trout, and you got Pete Alonso.
Shit, that is Rowdy.
Hmm.
I thought it was Cal. I thought
I thought it was Big Dumper too.
Big Dumper was going top 2 tier.
Dude, Rowdy
But
Tellez has been on like 6 teams in the last 2 years. So figuring out that he
Yeah.
actually went to the Mariners, I was like, holy shit. He was with the Brewers.
The
After he
fact
left the Pirates, and it's like,
Pirates,
holy hell.
yeah.
I was gonna say, but the fact that his
Oh,
initial walkout song was "Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard."
Yeah. Agreed.
I
Is
Now,
that
love
him
again,
or- wait,
this is what, hey, if
I'm
you
sorry.
guys have other guys you want to add to it, by all means, we can keep this one going too.
I was gonna say, I actually think I'm wrong. It was the guy, the big heavy guy that played for the Mets, that came out to that song.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Shoot.
Vanderbach or something like that.
Yeah, Vogelbach.
Vogelbach. He was the
shit.
milkshake.
That'd have been a good one to add to this
Yeah,
list.
get that injured ass Mike Trout out of there. Like, what the hell?
No,
No.
Let's go with these guys. I know who I'm going to make a meatless, and that's
Okay.
for me. It's Ellie De La Cruz.
No, I got Mike Trout because he's got no heart.
Wow.
Ooh.
Damn.
Sorry, Steve.
Sorry, Steve.
You're watching it.
Yeah.
Steve
I'm
would
gonna
have
agree with
Steve would
Trent.
have him straight glizzing, wouldn't he?
Because Trey, what you gotta understand is that Ellie De La Cruz is fast as shit, and he's also like multi-talented. I feel like
Yeah,
he could
he's
just,
also like
house
young
one.
as hell, and he's probably like a vegan.
Mm-mm. No vegan.
All those
Yeah.
young kids are now.
I think Mike Trout's making it meatless. I agree, Trent.
All right. Fine.
Thank you. He's got no
All right, here we
hamstrings
go.
or anything.
All right, hold the bun, please.
Hold the bun. That might be Trey. That might be your young gunner there.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I'd like him as a
Yeah.
hot dog because that's what he is. He's a hot dogs it all the time.
Yeah. Trey, how do you really feel about him? He's a hottie.
No, that's not what hot dog means.
Let me
It means he tries to show off and be too.
let me bite the
That's
ends
okay.
off first.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Hold the bun, please. I was kind of leaning Pete Alonso.
Polar
No.
Bear Pete.
He's straight glizzing, dude.
I don't know about that.
Polar Bear Pete. You tell me he wouldn't win a hot dog eating
All right,
contest.
all right.
Is
Well,
that-
okay. So hold on. So hold on. Are we going Ellie De La Cruz then? Hold the bun, please.
Yes.
I like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, because you want to talk about the next one. You got to go with our boy Adley.
Yeah.
The dude's got great
That's
flow.
kind of what I was listening. Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Good. Good lettuce on the
Hot
head.
dog.
Yep.
And I totally think, I know I already said it, but Pete Alonso would win this hot dog eating contest.
Rowdy Tellez, all beef, no filler, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dude's
All right.
just
I
enormous.
agree with that.
Pete's got the attitude.
All right.
His nickname's
tell you-
literally Polar Bear.
Can I tell you who I was between?
So we're
Pete and my other
going
guy?
Alonzo straight Glizzin.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, fun fact about polar bears: they're the only bear that would look at humans as a food source. Sorry. So you get all nerdy on the tie.
Yeah, he sure did.
All right. All right. So straight Glizzin, we got Alonzo, all beef, no filler. Rowdy Telez, hot dog. Adley, hold the bun, please. Ellie De La Cruz, and then make it meatless is Mike Trout.
Let me show
It's
you
pretty
a guy
good.
who I think.
By the way, if Richard's listening, tell him to look up Pisleys and Growlers because they are real bears. Pisleys and Growlers.
All right, I'll tell him.
This
Like
is a
that,
guy.
like that
Dark
little
horse.
segment there, the little ranking
I do.
segment.
I do like that.
I got a couple. I got two other ones that we'll be doing here too.
Dark horse.
But if you guys want to
contest winner, just send it to you
well,
guys.
I'm not gonna announce them. We're gonna keep those.
I know.
Okay. No, we're gonna save those because we want to keep them going. We can
Isn't
do
that
a
a good
couple
one?
rankings each week. Yeah, that is a good one. That's actually a really good one. I like that a lot. All right, yeah, and listen, as we do these, send them to me. All right, and I'll put them on the list. I'll get the pictures ready.
They can be old. They can be old players too.
Yeah. Yes. Because
we have Rafael Palmeiro.
I almost added what was the guy from Tennessee with the mustache?
Rally Fingers.
No, damn it.
Oh, no.
That's who I was thinking too. Yeah, how do we not have him up there?
Yeah, not a professional guy, so that's why I didn't include him.
Rally Fingers?
No, I'm talking about the Tennessee relief pitcher for the Tennessee Volunteers.
Wait,
had the Rally Fingers mustache.
Were you talking about Rally Fingers?
Jeez.
Rally Fingers?
No. Oh man. All right. Anything else, guys?
No.
Doing Rally Fingers next week?
Yeah, I think include him on that next time.
Jesus.
That's all I got.
That's all I got too, man. That's good.
All right, real quick before we leave. Best Easter candy.
Okay. Go ahead, Trent.
Hold on. Well, geez. Hold on, man.
Oh,
I'll start. I'll start.
Time out. Can we not include the Reese's eggs? Because that's everyone's favorite.
I don't know.
All right.
That doesn't help me right now.
Okay, I'll give you mine.
All right, go ahead.
Sour Patch Kids, the watermelons.
Ooh, sour watermelons. They're not called Sour Patch Kids watermelons. They're just sour watermelons, Trey.
They're made by Sour Patch
Kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, but they're called sour watermelons.
Trey, you can buy huge bags of them at Red Nurse, by the way.
Yeah? How much?
Yeah. Not much at all. It's like $5.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, shout out Red Nurse looking for a sponsor.
Yeah.
Great deals. Mid-State Distillery. Right there, Tyler. Showed off.
Yep. Look at that. With the Mid-State whiskey in it, too. The rye.
Is it 5 grain?
No, this is the 84 rye. Sorry, 94 rye. It's my good. That's my just like chilling whiskey.
Yeah.
So, all right. So sour watermelons. Trent, what do you got?
Oh, this is tough. So this could just be it doesn't have to be Easter themed candy, huh?
No, not necessarily.
Just
candy. I guess candy.
Everyone hates on Peeps. I don't hate Peeps. Peeps are they're marshmallows, dude. The only problem with me with Peeps is I could literally eat a whole box.
Ew.
That's the problem there.
Peeps
but
Peeps are like candy corn.
Can I? Oh, I love candy corn. Can of corn.
Yeah, I love candy corn.
Oh my
Trent,
god! While you're thinking, while you're thinking, I'll give you mine.
Trey, the candy corn pumpkins too. Oh,
ew, dude, that's gross. No one likes candy corn.
Mom does.
I do.
You ask her. Yeah, thank you, Tyler. Thank you.
You guys are gross.
You're the weird one, Trey.
No.
Raleigh Fingers.
I'm going Twizzler bites.
Ooh, those are good.
Maybe what are those yellow and red? What are the yellow and red?
The
Twizzlers
sour
that are filled?
Twizzlers. Yeah, the sour.
No,
sweet and
no,
sour
the
ones.
filled ones are good. Yeah, those
Yeah,
sweet
the
and sour
Zerks.
ones.
Yeah, that's on top. Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Can I put two? Can I put one that is like a new ager, and then one that you're totally gonna make fun of me for?
Yeah, what do you like?
I actually
Mary
have three.
Jane's?
No, but it's close.
It's like, I
Charleston
like
Chew.
Werther's. I like
Yeah.
I
Werther's.
like Charleston Chew.
No, but I love. Ready? Gummy lifesavers.
Ooh.
Okay.
Gummy
Wild
lifesavers.
wild berry or regular?
Original.
The wild barrier. I
you
don't
like
wild
the clear
berry,
coconuts,
dude.
probably.
you know, wild berry. Okay, ready? But I also love the purple bag of Skittles. But then here's my sleeper. Like I could literally eat.
How many candies are you gonna give here?
Have you seen
Yeah.
me? I was the fat brother all my life. Okay, so
Well, now I'm the
I got to throw out there. I got to
No,
throw
you're
out
just
there.
the
I think
Notch Johnson.
it's the you've got the most.
I'm the Grinch.
You have the most. Oh God, I see it,
Dude. Oh man,
why
you
did
should have
you
never
call
said that.
yourself that?
Why did you do
Cass
that?
called me the Grinch.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
Because of your
Right.
body.
Whoa.
Because
Yeah,
of your
because I got a
body.
big belly.
Oh my God, this might be the coolest thing ever. That
Sometimes he has a
admitted
little.
to.
And sometimes he has a little hair.
No, all right. My hands are.
Oh my God, yeah, dude. This might be the coolest thing ever. I'm never gonna be able to look at the
Dude.
Grinch.
Oh,
I know
dude,
I'm
now
gonna
I
wake up
actually.
to a picture of me next to
Yes,
a Grinch.
you are. Yes. No, dude, just wait till I Photoshop your face on a Grinch.
Oh God. I should have
Oh
said
yeah.
that.
No, you should have. He's like looking down, like I really screwed myself.
Dude, I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be so funny looking.
Well, and that's the thing is,
Oh,
like
man.
you, out of all of us, like you have a more unique build.
Okay,
never
that was a
lifted.
nice way to put it.
It's because he never
Yeah.
lifted weights.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was not a nice way to put it, Trey. He was because you never lifted, Trey.
He did,
All right.
but he didn't though.
Trent, you have just a very unique. Your
it
body
is.
is your own, dude. It's so
I
unique.
was trying to give you credit.
Thanks,
It's not
Trent.
that
Yeah.
I wouldn't have called you Grinch.
Oh, dude,
That's so
funny.
mean. I can't believe you got
that was
called.
my
Oh,
my
man.
fiance. Yeah.
Oh my God, man. Actually, I'll say that like I have a funny story too about like
Dude, that is the
trying
greatest
new
thing
foods with a young son and whatnot, and giving him like pancakes or a waffle one time, like a homemade one, and I said about we should put some syrup on there, and I've been doing like the watching your carbs for keto, and dude, my wife totally slipped in like a little jab. No, because I don't want him to have to worry about watching what he eats when he gets older, and I'm like. Okay. I was like, okay. So now we have an ongoing joke that makes her so bad where I'm like, it'd go great with this, some syrup, but I can't. I'm still mad. I didn't say that because of that, but last candy real quick.
Then there's me. Then there's me who bought my son McGriddle today because he asked for it.
Oh, dude, that's the best though.
I've never had a McGriddle. I've never had a McGriddle.
Oh,
I know.
You're
I know.
an idiot, dude.
It's not that I'm like against it. I just never got around to
start.
doing it.
At this point, don't even start.
Don't start.
No. You should start.
Hey, Tyler, I think the Grinch is going to go steal a couple McGriddles in the morning.
I was going to say, what time do they start serving breakfast at McDonald's?
They open at 5.
Yeah.
They open at 5.
All right.
And it's served till 10:30, I think.
Shoot.
Dude, you're right down the street.
I was going to say, Trey, make sure you get them from the McDonald's in Whoville.
The Grinch. Oh my God.
Last candy, damn it. Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tootsie Rolls.
Oh.
Tootsie
What?
I love Tootsie Rolls.
No.
Really? Dude, all of them. The bars, the thins, the short ones, and then now they make minis that don't have a wrapper too. Like,
What other ones, Trent?
The short ones, the thick ones.
The stubby ones.
The girthiest ones I could find. I love some girthy tootsies.
No, that's you, Trey.
Yeah. Yeah. Trey with his Grinch balls over there.
I know. We just get done with my Grinchness, and then I can't even come at Trent without Tyler flipping it on me.
It's because you got Rex Trey Ryan over there.
Ew.
Oh my God. I just realized.
I don't know why you guys think I like feet. I don't. I don't.
Oh gosh.
I know why.
Why?
Dude, I just can't wait to make this Grinch picture.
Oh my God. I can't believe that you said it, and then you said that you actually got called it by your fiance.
Yeah. Pretty awful.
Oh gosh. Oh man, that's awesome. All right.
Well,
anything else? Anything
Nope.
else? All right. Hey, look for next week. We're gonna be doing a draft episode. Real quick, Trey, is Tuesday night to record okay?
Have to be Tuesday or Wednesday, because the draft is Thursday.
Yeah.
All right. And we're only doing round one.
Yeah. So what we'll end up doing is we'll each be assigned 8 teams, 1 team per division. You're going to draft for those 8 teams, and that'll be the episode. So we're going to have a special guest on next week. That'll be a 4th member to be able to even things out. So everybody will have 8 teams that you get to draft for. So cool.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
All right. Other than that, happy Easter. Enjoy your long weekend, everyone. And hey, wait, real quick. Trey, I know who you got. Tomorrow's Mascot Dash Mania. Who's your race winner?
Me?
Trey, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Rusty Raccoon, baby.
Rusty Raccoon. Trent, who you got?
I'm looking at the members again. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Got Electric Eagle, Thrashing Tiger, Sleepy Sloth, Bearded Bear.
Oops, sorry. I got the little music going on.
It's all right.
Dude, give me the lip saddle himself, the Sleepy Sloth, man. I love the
Sleepy Sloth. All right.
Ooh.
All right. I know Steve in Gotham also picked Sleepy Sloth. I think Prezima picked Eagle. My wife, I know, picked I think she picked Raccoon.
Rusty Raccoon, baby.
Yep. All right. Let's see who wins tomorrow. That'll be released. Check out the episode. Make your bets. Happy Easter.
Train those raccoon paws.
All right. See you guys.
See you guys.